Scripts are completed for Season 3 of House of the Dragon. We've been told it begins with a huge battle, and they've had a tone meeting so directors could look for locations, finalize locations, and decide on storyboarding. So you know what that means? We're going to start to get a lot of set leaks coming really soon. So I'm just going to talk a little bit of House of the Dragon news and then also Game of Thrones verse spinoff shows news, starting with Ryan Condal, who is the showrunner for House of the Dragon. Ryan gave a weird little tidbit that they built a prop especially for this season. And this is what he said, and I want you to try to guess as he's describing it what he's talking about, because honestly, I have no idea. We have some really kind of specific things that we need to build. One of them is a very in-world thing that we've heard a lot about over the course of the writing of the books and from the text of the books, but we haven't really ever, in my mind, I don't know that we've seen on screen in a specific way. It's not a big thing, it's a small detail, but I just think that it was cool to it was one of those things where you kind of have to, you go and read everything, all the little snippets that are in the book, and then you try to put the thing together. Take all the information you have and connect the dots as best you can and fill in the rest, much like doing an adaptation. So I'm excited to see that come along. It's a fun one. Yeah, again, honestly, I don't know, maybe building the secret tunnels Maegor had done, details during the water battle. Again, let me know what you think this prop or this little design that he got from snippets of the text is. Next, HBO's drama chief Orci talked about HBO and more about the Game of Thrones verse. First, they defended moving the Battle of the Gullet from Season 2 to Season 3, explaining, "You know what? It was worth the wait. I was just on set and saw all the elements and what was behind it. I'm so glad we waited because it's going to be better than ever, and I don't think we had the time at that point to do what it is that we've achieved now this season. It's just so massive, we needed the time to build it. One of the lead producers on it worked on Titanic, so all that he brought in terms of acumen of what on the Titanic happened and how that entire experience is built, he brings that expertise to it." So it sounds like them being forced to push the battle to Season 3 due to world's worst CEO Zaslav speedrunning, destroying Warner Media, made them cut the episodes from 10 to 8 to save money, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because they had more time to beef up the battle. Orci also talked about A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and how George R. R. Martin loves it, although we already know that because he just gushed in his Not a Blog post. Orci shared, he loves it. And also Orci said that yes, everything they said is true, each novella will have its own season. She also had high praise for the actors playing Dunk and Egg, stating, "You're going to be so impressed by Peter Claffey and Dexter Sol Ansel as Dunk and Egg, the two leads, that sort of brotherhood, the paternal nature between Dunk and this young man. So much that we've already planned on how do we build for the 3 seasons in total. We're not picking it up officially, but it's looking very good. We're looking at it as a holistic piece, Season 2 and Season 3, because there's 3 novellas." As well, she touched on the issue, a big issue that we all saw coming, the Egg actor will grow fast, and George is very slow on releasing other Dunk and Egg stories, and she explained that a bit, saying, "The role of Egg only spans not even a year, so you have to roll into it season to season pretty quickly, because this little kid will grow up too quickly if we wait too long. So we're thinking about that in terms of pickup." Honestly, what I can see happening is the Egg actor will play the role for Season 1 through 3, but by the time they get to Season 4 with another Dunk and Egg novella, you know, George getting it out, the Egg role will have to be recast. The actor will be too old by the time George gets that 4th novella out. Lastly, Orci talked about the future of the Game of Thrones verse, saying, "We have a lot of other spin-offs that we're working on right now, one of which I won't get into, is very promising, and it is still the Targaryen line. There's a number of other spin-offs, we can't really guarantee what's going to go forward, but we are very big budget on the other ones. I would say this is the most intimate one. I'm crossing my fingers that they're not going to do the Conquest, maybe they'll do right before Robert's Rebellion, kind of flush that out more. Good news is they can get back the actors for Lyanna and Rhaegar. I know people are still bitter about how the main show kind of fumbled the ending, but it would still be nice to see that fleshed out. They could also show the Freehold and the Targaryens existing there before Daenerys the Dreamer gets them to leave. There was so much backstabbing, political intrigue, and dragons, most important, that I think that would make an amazing spin-off, especially since the Valyrians of the Freehold, they got into some really freaky stuff. Again, I don't really know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, come back for more videos.